If you don't know what to buy at the grocery store, this is where I would start. Hi, my name is Tabby. I am a nurse and a holistic nutritionist, and I help women become body literate. Most people are trying to eat better, but they don't understand what actually matters. The most important thing to focus on when you're trying to eat healthy is gaining control on how fast the sugar that you eat hits your bloodstream. And the easiest way to do that is build your meals around protein, fiber, and fat. Because when you eat something like sugar or a simple carb, it converts into glucose very quickly. And when that happens, your body has to respond really fast to bring that blood sugar back to a stable level. And when it does that, that's when you feel that energy crash. You're hungry again an hour later and you're constantly craving sugar. But when you add protein, fiber, and fat, it slows that whole process down. So instead of your energy going up and then crashing, it stays more stable throughout the day. You also stay fuller longer, so you're not constantly thinking about food. Our goal is to put you in control, you in the driver's seat of how energy is processed and metabolized to work in your advantage. And so your body runs the way that it's supposed to run. For example, this is exactly how I think about it. I am intentionally working towards building more muscle mass. And a goal of mine that I made was to be more intentional about having an actual full breakfast every morning. The first thing I think when I'm trying to build a meal is where is my protein, where is my fiber, and where is my fat? So I chose hard-boiled egg as my protein, and then avocados as my fat, and then whole grain bread as my fiber. These do kind of overlap each other, but I was assigning each macro with a food. Thinking about it this way made that process very simple. Another example is snack food. I get those hold on, let me just show you. I decided to bring my snacks just to give you some practical application here. I'm down with these. I like these, but I don't just eat them alone because it's just straight sugar. At the end of the day, it's a simple carb, right? So in order to make this a whole meal, even though it's a snack, I add a protein, a fiber, and a fat. So how I do that with this specific example is I use peanut butter as my fat/protein source. And then I add this is hemp, chia, and flaxseed mix. I put this into the peanut butter as my fiber source. Also a little boost of protein too. I throw these little things in everything. You can do the same thing with chia seeds. I just don't notice them. They don't bother me, and it adds that fiber factor that I'm looking for whenever it comes to snacks or just meals in general. So when you're at the store, you're not just grabbing random food anymore. You have a baseline goal for how you can feed yourself and your family every single meal. Remember, where is my protein, where is my fiber, and where is my fat? You can still have your carbs, you're just not eating them alone anymore. Once you start doing this, it really truly becomes second nature. You're not having to force thought. This is just how you eat. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's just a starting point. If you want help applying this to your own life, then check out the link in the description. Next week, I'm going to teach you how to read a nutrition label so you're able to know what to look out for. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Start where you are.
I used to think that glow was makeup, something I had to earn, but it's water in the morning, letting my body learn.